fellow bass heads, it's Ethan Krause with Bass Assets with this week's bass break informational tip. This week is about buzzbait, driving, steering, why it's important, why it's needed. Before we go too far, I can't spend too much time on this video on Facebook or Instagram. So if you'll go to YouTube and look up Bass Assets, you'll find my channel. Subscribe to it, would be appreciated. So getting straight into it, buzzbait steering and tuning, why it's so important and what it's used for. If you've ever heard of anybody talk about deflecting a crankbait or a spinner bait off of a laydown or a rock or a wall or anything like that, you get a lot of deflection strikes, whereas you would normally not get strikes from that bait. I think the reason for that is bass look for any opportunity to be able to attack a bait. Bait are very fast, they live with them all day long, so when they get an opportunity and they see one wounded or they think one's wounded or off kilter, they go for that. That's what they do. They're opportunistic feeders. So remember that anytime you're fishing with anything, and especially a buzzbait. A lot of people don't think about a buzzbait, but a buzzbait is very important to do that same thing. So what I have here is one of my 1/2 ounce ultimate squealer buzz baits. Very good buzz bait. It's a pretty common shape and design. You can do this any other buzz bait that's out there that has the same shape and design. So if you look at my buzz bait straight on, you'll notice that that blade is tilted ever so slightly to that side. Well, that's done on purpose, and the reason for that is when you cast your buzz bait out, or the way I cast my buzz baits out, and I reel with my rod tip slightly to the right, and what that slightly to the right will do with this slightly left buzz bait will make it come straight. If I want the buzz bait to go left, I simply ride the rod over a little bit and the buzz bait will now go left. If I want the buzz bait to go right, it'll ride over to the right ever so slightly. How you do that is simply by taking your buzz bait and bending it, the top shaft, don't mess with the bottom. You tweak out that blade just ever so slightly one way or the other. That'll make it run right, that'll make it run left. I didn't quite do it enough. That'll make it run left. So if you think about any time you're fishing a buzzbait, and there's times where you're just what I call spraying and praying across a flat, you're just casting and reeling, and sometimes you get bit. Fish bite them like that as well, but not near as much as you can deflect off of something. A laydown, a log, seawall's very good. If you can make that buzzbait tune to where it hits that seawall every 6 or 7 feet, you're going to get more strikes. Docks, anything that you can bounce that buzzbait off of is going to get you that reaction strike and get you that big fish that don't normally bite a buzzbait running straight. So remember that next time you're casting a buzzbait, if you know it's the fall, the season, the buzzbait bite should be on. So give that a try and you'll find out it works pretty well. We'll see you next week.